Okay. Move this over here. Happy Monday, everybody. There, can you see that now?
That's it. Good.
Happy Monday, everybody. All right. 1 minute. Oh, look at all these people coming in on board today. Thank you for watching. See, so what I did is I put the camera, the camera was facing us. And so it meant everything was in reverse.
Right.
Right? So if I switch it and do the other way, I have to look at the computer down here to make sure I can see the picture and see that we're both in. But it looks like the picture's almost a little bit wider. God, you look handsome today. Woo! Woo! I'm going to just adjust it just a skosh.
Delay is messing with my mind, though.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't look. Let me just look.
All right.
Good morning, Siobhan. Kicking it this morning. Ow! And we also got a lot of other people here, too. Oh, my goodness. Jennifer, Cindy, Jill, Shannon. Yep. I don't know. I think we're here with the ladies. Here we go.
Now, back to the wake-up call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Phillips Drugs on Richmond's Classic Hits 101.
We are looking handsome today, Jeff Lane. Good morning. This is your wake-up call, 6:44, and we have 67 degrees. Hopefully you are doing well, Jeff. You have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, man. It was a stellar weekend, and this weekend's going to be even better. Casey's in town. She's going to be coming to town.
Oh, my.
That's right. That's right. Of course, I think a lot of people know that my girlfriend moved to Houston with her job, and I'm excited when I get to see her, and we're trying a long distance thing, and so we'll have that. She's coming in on Wednesday, and no one's happier than me. So there you go.
All right.
I don't know how we got there.
I don't know either.
Yeah, well.
All right. Let's talk about what's going on this morning, and namely the Dr. Oz show.
Okay, so first of all, I think Dr. Oz is a kook. I think he's not, I just don't care for him, but go on.
Right. Well, a lot of people in Richmond are up in arms about what had been a scheduled episode for this Thursday. His guest was to have been Mary York, and if you don't know who she is by name, she's the mother of the boy who shot his way inside Venice Intermediate School last December, ended up taking his own life when he was cornered by police in a stairwell. The focus of the show appeared to have been on suicide and bullying rather than on school shooting, and she had posted the air date of the show, and then that prompted the response of a lot of people, including Dennis parents and teachers who say that it's not a good thing to have students relive that through national television. They also say that really the people who were inside that day were the victims and not necessarily her son.
What's the tone of the people that are objecting? Is it pretty harsh on the mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's also a victim. I mean, without her picking up the phone and calling in, who knows what happens? Now, she may have thought that she wasn't going to lose her son, but, you know, that's a tragedy all the way around. And so if you object, how about taking it easy on the mom? A little.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, she lost her son. She called in and reported that he might be coming to school with guns. Her life shattered. I don't know that I would go on Dr. Oz either. And I just don't know that Dr. Oz should even do the story. Well, of course they're going to do the story because that's the kind of stuff that gives media a bad name. So I understand why people are upset. But can we include her as one of these possible victims?
Well, and I've looked this morning, and I cannot see that show is actually going to air on Thursday.
Man.
I don't know if it was officially scheduled for then and then pulled, but if you go to the website this morning, there is a completely different episode listed, completely unrelated to this local situation.
If Dr. Oz was smart, they would do both sides of this story, which is the response when a call and a threat is imminent, and what's happening with bullying, and also how people are dealing with post-traumatic stress of it. That seems like a more inclusive show, but I don't expect Dr. Oz to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it in an hour, I get
It
it.
is. It is. If it is going to air, which I don't think that it is, but it would be
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock Thursday on an NBC affiliate. Our website this morning will have a couple of images of two males who Richmond police want to identify. Surveillance images, pretty good ones actually. Although we don't know where they were taken or what these two are suspected to have done, but you can check those out on our website today. Drug bust yesterday. West Side Business was the location of a drug deal witnessed by multiple people. Car was stopped. Heather Field and Corey Miller taken into custody, facing various drug charges this morning. I want to talk about what's going on in Connersville. This one, I don't know
Yeah.
how you feel about this one, but this just leaves me shaking my head. A Safe Haven baby box is now set to be delivered in Connersville in about a month. It'll be installed in Fire Station number 1 on West 6th Street. If a mother cannot take care of the baby, she just drops it off, puts it in this box at the fire station, and walks away, no questions asked. Just like dropping off your utility bill.
I know. You and I disagree on this, and I couldn't ever do it myself. But think about how traumatic that must be. Now there could be, I mean, come on, drugs at play. There could unwanted pregnancy. It could be, but what's the alternative for the mom who doesn't want the baby? I mean, what's the alternative? Not good. Whatever the answer to that question is, it turns out bad for the baby. So why not offer these? I just don't think they're going to get used a whole lot. Do you?
I don't either, but I think there's a lot of alternatives. I think you carry the baby into some agency that can help and
True.
actually talk to a person and not just slap it in a box.
No, that's true. No, you're right about that. I will give you that. I'm just saying, creating opportunities for someone, how is it different than dropping off, dirty syringes at the police station? You know what I mean? No questions asked. It's more of a health thing than it is a responsibility thing. But I get what you're saying too. It's not, you're not dropping off a package, but that's sort of what it's like.
Right.
Please take the night deposit. Yeah. Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
And we have one here.
Yeah.
I mean, Chief Purcell's going to be in studio in a little bit and talking to the chief of the fire department. Maybe we'll ask him that question. Say, tell us about these. Do we need this? And I bet he says, yeah, or he wouldn't put it in.
Yeah. And then let's go turn to something a little bit lighter and end with this one. Nearly $250,000 coming to 27 local nonprofits, mainly schools, through a grant from the Stam Koshline Family Foundation.
How much?
Nearly $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff there. Lots of RCS schools will use them to encourage healthy and positive behaviors. That organization, you don't really hear a lot about it, but they've been very, very impactful. $3 million into the Richmond community since their inception back in 2000.
Maybe Dr. Oz should do a school assembly at Terrenson. What? Maybe he comes in and goes, okay, let me find out what the real story is. Do some research. Doctor. Is he really a doctor? Is he like a for real thing? Because Dr. Phil
was at one point.
Dr. Phil is not a for real doctor. Well, maybe he is, but Dr. Laura, there was somebody called themselves a doctor that wasn't. I don't know who it was. Chivago, maybe. Okay, let's see. Question of the day. How old is too old to live at home?
All right, I got a good take on this.
All right.
And I'll be interested to hear your take.
Bring it.
But my take is this.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you prepare to do in life, whether that's in your preparation at high school, in your preparation after 4 years of college, you get 1 year after that.
Okay.
So if you graduate high school with no plans to further your education,
1 year.
you're out at 19.
All right.
If you go for a PhD, you got till 26 or 27.
It's a good take.
What do you think?
Okay, I'm saying 21 or 22. Here's the reason why for me. I don't want to take care of my kids. I don't want them to come home. I don't want them to feel like they can come home. I want to make it uncomfortable. But I also think not knowing where you want to go a year after college makes sense. And say, okay, all right, come home. Let's clean all your laundry. Let's get your stuff together. But there's some people that say, look, if they lose their job or they are out of a relationship or something, they may have to come home for long. I get that. I just don't want you to live there on a semi-permanent basis. And I think after 35, something crazy number like that, get out. I mean, you got to go.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a tough ugh. So I had to live with my mom for a while.
Yeah.
But it was more, I mean, she lived with us when we had like an in-house mother-in-law kind of type situation. Then when I got divorced, I wasn't going to let mom move into Genesis Apartments or something.
Right.
So I just put her in a room with me, and now she's at the Leland. And here's what's interesting. When you're living at home and you're not worried about kids being there or a family relative, and it is important to note on this, my mom lived with me. When I was out on the dating scene, you couldn't say I lived with my mom, because that was like basement, Cheeto fingers, underwear, typing hateful messages to the president. Not me. No. I moved my mom into my house. It was my house. But now I'm totally in my house by myself. I can't believe how much I walk around naked. I mean, blinds are closed, and I'm just like, oh, I left that in the car. Oh, well, just go to the car.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I walk around naked too in my house like a fishbowl. No shame in my game.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of shame in that game. I know there's a lot for me. All right, Jeff. Thanks, man.
1017 The Point.
How in the heck did we get to naked from having college kids? Ah. Sorry about that, everybody. Fun stuff. All right, Chief Purcell is on his way in here. We're going to have to clean this studio up. We're going to make it look, we got to look, yeah, Chris is saying very liberating. Yeah, right? Oh, God, we got a lot of people watching right now, too. Sad. Have a good Monday. Chief Purcell's on the way in.